And we're good to go. Okay. So welcome everyone. This is the Work With Me Zoom. Raise your, I guess, type in the chat if this is your first time doing a Work With Me session. So how this is going to work, I'm actually going to be working my business as well. A newbie, yay, well, welcome. I will say I have seen a huge difference in my personal business when I am on this call every Monday. It kind of sets my mindset, prepares me, helps me, really make sure that I'm hitting all the things on my social media and reach outs. It's perfectly timed. I've adjusted it a little bit from last week because I think we get into the Instagram and stories and there's a lot more questions and communication amongst each other on how to grow in that area. So I wanted to make more time for that. So I am going to set a timer. We're going to go through these um, little assignments, and I will be working as well. So if you have a question, just unmute and ask. And we are going to get started. So the first thing you can do if you do not have Facebook, or if you don't have Instagram, you can just focus on Facebook, vice versa. Obviously, you won't be able to do the birthdays. That's assignment number one. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. We're going to go into Facebook and search up birthdays for your contacts and reach out to them and say happy birthday. You can go ahead as well if there's birthday tomorrow or the next day, or even belated messages. You're reaching out and making genuine connection. I'm really big on fostering friendships, relationships, and connection. If there's someone you haven't talked to in a while, you can connect with them and reconnect with them. If there's someone you don't know how you got connected, connect with them and ask them, hey, how did we connect? How did we become friends? I think Blair said she has 5,000 friends. And so that's like the max that Facebook has. I don't have that many friends. I'm working on it. But go ahead and take this 5 minutes to engage, sending personal messages or voice memos. You can add a genuine comment or memory if you know them. And you check their page for any lifestyle updates. This is also a great opportunity for you to ask them what they're up to. And then you say, hey, I just started this new venture or this new business, however you want to phrase it. And then you're opening the door to share this business with them. So I'm going to set the timer. You will hear a fun little song at the end of the timer because I'm all about music and it is what it is. And I want to make this fun. Okay, it's Monday. We need a little fun. All right, I'm muting. So go ahead and reach out. Any questions, unmute or type it in the chat. I will probably not be able to read as I'm working my business as well. Okay, that's my little timer. Um, so now we're gonna get into prospecting power for 5 minutes. You will leave emojis on 3 posts. Oh, this is Blair's 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna also put it in the chat. So in case you forget, I'm gonna explain it once and then I'll type it in. You leave,
Vanessa, I'll put it in the chat for you.
you're awesome. You leave emojis on 3 posts. And then you're gonna do, sorry. Um, ask open-ended questions on 2 posts, find a story to respond to, or send a DM with a genuine compliment or connection on 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about that before I go on mute? So we're just engaging, and this is a way to beat the algorithm so that we're not just posting and then looking at our stories. We're actually, Facebook, Instagram wants us on their platform. If you have both, I would go into Facebook and do this and go into Instagram and do this as well. All right, 5 minutes starting
So you
now.
guys, really quick, I had somebody ask me this yesterday, so I just want to bring it up. 3, 2, 1 is all on the same person. So you're going to their newsfeed, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, and you're doing 3, 2, 1 to that same person.
Thank you for clarifying that, Blair. Okay.
What about you now that I need?
Um, how was that, guys? You guys getting it? The 3, 2, 1, creating engagement with each person. Did any questions come up for you? Keep you on mute. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to do the post or reel of the day. We're going to take 10 minutes here. So think about what your ideal client is feeling today, the pain points. So I think last week we talked about the Easter bloat, feeling sluggish, back to reality blues. I would say right now with the change of seasons and the weather, and now spring is here in full effect. Maybe I don't know, throw some things in the chat. Getting bikini ready, thinking about the summer. Um, Need any help with your weight goals? So you want to draft and post a reel or a story with relatable messaging. So if you've already posted, you can use this 10 minutes to comment back to people who have engaged with you. So I would create some kind of post or a reel. Okay, we've got 10 minutes. Again, remember you can unmute if you guys have questions with this. 10 minutes. Okay. How was that for everyone? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Any questions come up you want to throw in there? Did everyone get to finish a story or did you get caught up in making a post? Um, Thumbs up. Awesome. Good. Okay. So, and again, when you're making these stories or these posts, I want to encourage you to save them because you can reuse the content honestly in like a week or 2 weeks, reuse the content 4 weeks from now. Everything that you're investing your time in, I would save everything in a folder in your photos, and honestly, at this point, I'm doing GLP-1. I'm separating out all the different peptides. If you guys want to share also in the chat your social media handles so we can follow each other, you can go to mine. I'm going to type it in, which is Cultivate Health Journey. And you can see how I save, and I do it as I go. So in the stories, I save my highlight reels into sections, and then yay, good, save it. And follow, yeah, follow each other. But I save everything so you can go. So if I'm talking to a client, potential client, and it's about a specific peptide, I'll give them my little card and I'll show you. So it has my QR code on it. And this goes directly to my link tree and they can go right on the peptides. But I will tell people like, hey, follow me, go in my Instagram and you can find everything about BPC. And then they could pull up every story that I've created. So save them, reuse them. You're investing this time. The next thing we're going to do is engagement in stories. So you can do this in stories. Here's my question. If you are using Instagram or you're starting to use Instagram, but you've done Facebook, do you have them connected? So there's a setting, excuse me. There's a setting where anything you post on one or the other will automatically post on Instagram or automatically post on Facebook. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. I do that. So what we're going to do now for 5 minutes, you're going to watch and respond to 5 to 10 stories from followers or people you want to reconnect with. Again, the algorithm picks up on if you're engaging with other people or if you're just looking at your stuff, looking at your messages. So we want to hack into the algorithm, and that's part of what everything we're doing on this Zoom does. So even start here, go and follow each other on the Instagram and engage with each other, engage with other followers. 5 minutes starting now. Okay. So what's that, guys? Ladies? Good. I could have done that a little longer too. Feel free to, we have one of these recordings in, I think it's Blair's from a few months ago, but it's in our boards under recorded trainings. And I can also share this with anybody. I would encourage your teams as well. If other people, a lot of us have other jobs and can't hop on these calls, I would reach out to your teams and send this, any of your brand partners, because this is a great, honestly, I'm going to say it again. I noticed the difference this past month in my sales is not the same as it was last month because I have been unable to get on these Monday Zooms. Even just last week, applying this a little bit every day really makes a difference to create leads and connections. So we are at, make sure. Yep, I'm right on time. Look at that. I'm on time this week. So proud of myself. Okay, so now we're going to do stories, more stories, where we're going to highlight a product, and we're going to do this for 10 minutes. You choose one product to feature in your stories. You can grab a graphic from boards. It's under product info, graphics folder, or if you have them stored, I know a few of you on here, Tracy, you guys have stickers. You can create stickers. Does everyone know how to create your own sticker in your stories? If you don't, okay, where is it in boards? It's under product info, and then you click on product, the product and graphics folder. So I want you to go on your stories and create a story about a product. You'll see, I know I have to be a little more targeted, but I'll talk about one product one day, one product the next day, or you can choose a product that you're going to be engaging on this week. For example, NAD, and you can talk about the pain points, and then get people interested. And then tomorrow you talk about how what you did using this product, or you can do it all in a 4-part storyline, and then you educate on it, and then a call to action. So there's 4 parts. You're using the pain points, you're sharing what you did about it using the product, and then you educate on why it works, how it works, the science, education, and then the last is a call to action, sharing your link. And then if you don't know how to share a link, unmute, I can and ask, or I can share that info if everyone does. Speak now, forever hold your peace. We're going to do 10 minutes. Or if you want, you can go a little bit bold and do a quick 15-second story talking about a product and how it helped you. I love doing that. I do a lot from my car when I'm driving and I'm thinking, driving my kids around. I'm like, oh, I can work also. All right, so I'm going to mute this and we're going to go 10 minutes on this product highlighting in your stories. All right. Got to throw some Kanye in there. All right, so there is a question before we have two more things left. These will be fairly easy. So with your links and stories, do you guys generally link it straight to the website or a downloadable? So I personally, when I'm adding a link, I use my replicated website with my name and will go to that specific product. So I'll go whatever mine's the backslash Cultivee, and then I will go to Semarellin, for example, and click on learn more all the way the furthest part that I can where it's giving the information about the product. And then I will copy that URL and then place it in the link. And then I'll do the call to action, like a customized start your Sermarellin now, or start your journey, link here, tap here to start. Okay, awesome. So the next part we're going to do is take 5 minutes and we're going to invite to tonight's Power of Peptide Zoom. Invite 20 people to the 7:30 Zoom. Use a graphic that was put in Team Joy Facebook group or in the messenger chat. The verbiage is on boards. You can find it weekly Zoom, and then Power of Peptides. We literally have exactly what you should say and customize it a little bit. Know who you're talking to, know the relationship, and you can, hey, remember we were just talking about XYZ? We'll hop on tonight's call. And I want to encourage you guys to use that. This has been big for me. So we're putting people into the funnel. We want to make sure that we're continuing new leads. And I keep this in my desk drawer. I should have it on my desk, but it's overloaded with all kinds of nonsense right now. Reach out funnel. I don't know, it looks backwards, but normally people kind of get stuck in 4 or 5, and it's so important to say, hey, I'm going to reach back out to you in 24 hours. Here's this clip. I'm going to text you tomorrow and see what you think, so that you're letting them know that you're going to follow up. So let's go in and follow up with anybody you've been talking to, any friends, connect with them, ask them, if they were able to watch anything you've sent them, or, hey, here's a Zoom call tonight, hop on, you can learn more. 20 people, was it 20? 20 people. Timer starts now. Okay. Katy Perry. Gotta have some Katy. Okay. How'd that go, guys? Good. Good. There's the real alarm. Okay. So what we're gonna do is the last thing, and then we'll end here. So I want you to go into your back office, open up your lead list, and find leads that you have not connected with in the last 7 or more days. So I love to see my little wall there. Let's see. There is my leads. So I go into my lead list. If I have new orders, I put them up under clients. I have 4 sections: potential brand partners and brand partners, potential clients and clients. And I have it on Post-its and I will move them over. I'm a visual person and I like to have it out. So if I have a few minutes in between calls or whatever, I'm sitting here, I am looking at it and I keep little notes on each of them, like when they ordered, when they reordered, or with the potentials, what we talked about and the date that I talked to them. And I love to follow up. And when I follow up, I put the date on there so I can organize, because I am reaching out a ton and trying to make connections. So you can go into your lead list, find the leads, send a message or share a replay, and also invite to tonight's Zoom. I will tell you that last Thursday's Zoom, if you guys have not listened to Dr. Wagner's educational from last Thursday, I would really encourage you to go on if you're someone that wants to learn and understand how each of these peptides react, respond, and work in the body on the separate organs. He really did a great job at giving a little snapshot, but like a little deeper than, oh, this just does this, so that you can fully understand. Okay, so if you're done early, I want you to go into genealogy, tabular genealogy, and sort by PV. I'll type this in the notes. And then I want you to message on your team anyone close to 1K, 2.5K, and 5K to encourage them and support them. In the next 3 days, figure out how, message them and let them know, hey, you're XYZ away from your next mark. And how can I help you? What are your goals? So let's take 5 minutes here. We're over the hour. So I'm going to go on mute and what did I say I was going to text into there? Oh, how to find the genealogy in your back office. Okay. I'm gonna end with that one, guys. Put a fun song on after this and celebrate what we've done here in the last hour and the new things that you've learned. And just envision where you're going, envision what your goals are, envision yourself being there and tell yourself you can do this. You guys got this. If you are still working on that, continue to do it. I'm going to drop off here. It was so good to connect with you guys. Is there anyone else have any questions? You want to hop off of mute? I can answer before I shut this down. Yay. You're welcome, guys. Have such a blessed week. You guys got this. Smile, enjoy, have a great day. Bye.